You may have noticed that much of my content over the last week and a half has been about the 2S LGBTQ+ community, and that's because June is Pride Month, the time of year when rainbow flags go up, parades roll through cities, and corporations slap pride colors on every possible surface. And every year, someone inevitably complains. Why do they get a whole month? Let's get something straight, or in this case, not so much. Pride isn't about throwing a party. For many of the queer community, it's a fight to be seen, to be safe, and in some cases, to survive. I was reminded of that recently by a comment from a follower, a gay man who lost everything when he told his truth. There was no dramatic twist, no Hollywood ending, just grim reality. His family cut him off. His jobs disappeared. He ended up homeless, assaulted, ignored, rejected, not once, but over and over again. And he's not alone. His story touched me personally because I too know that rejection, although not to his degree. When I came out, my father ended all contact. No discussion, no questions, just permanent and total silence. Years have passed, and that hole hasn't been filled. I've just learned to walk around it. And that's why June is a specifically difficult time for me, because not only is it Pride Month, but it's also Father's Day. And ironically enough, I was born on Father's Day. So June is a specifically triggering month for me because I feel my father's absence the most during this time. And yet my story could have been so much worse. According to the Trevor Project, LGBTQ+ youth are more than 4 times as likely to commit suicide than heterosexual children. Family rejection is one of the main catalysts of that desire to end one's life. It's also the leading cause of the queer homelessness epidemic that has plagued North America. And yet, people, specifically straight people, will say, "But you have it so much better now. Why do you still need pride?" And yes, admittedly, progress has been made. Marriage equality exists in more countries. Some protections are stronger. But progress on paper doesn't erase trauma. It doesn't patch broken families. It doesn't undo years of being fired, evicted, assaulted, or shut out simply for existing. When you've never feared losing your job just for loving who you love, it's easy to misunderstand pride. When you've never had to weigh honesty against homelessness, it's easy to feel offended by a rainbow flag. When you've never been threatened, mocked, or erased for loving who you love and being who you are, it's easy to believe that equality already exists. But it doesn't. Pride isn't just about glitter and floats, it's about truth. It's about the people who have been pushed to the margins and still stand tall. It's about making space for stories like the one shared in this comment, stories full of pain, but also full of resilience. If his story triggers something in you, good. Let it. Let it crack the dome of ignorance that protects your comfort zone. Let it challenge your assumptions. Let it remind you that someone else's dignity doesn't take away from your own. And if you've lived that story, or one like it, or one even as simple and safe as mine, know that your voice matters. Know that your survival is power, and your truth, even if it still hurts, might be the very thing that opens someone else's eyes. To the man who wrote in, thank you. You're not defined by what happened to you, but you are proof that survival is defiance. Keep chasing your dreams. And when those emotional triggers hit, and trust me, I know they will, understand that that's your soul reminding you that the fight for dignity is still necessary. That's what pride is for. Not to celebrate how far we've come, but to keep going until nobody gets left behind.